Happy Tuesday, day 24 of 40. Our text is Matthew chapter 18, verses 25 through 35. Then Peter came to Jesus and asked, "Lord, how many times shall I forgive my brother or sister who sins against me? Up to 7 times?" Jesus answered, "I tell you, not 7 times, but 77 times. Therefore, the kingdom of heaven is like a king who wanted to settle accounts with his servants. As he began the settlement, a man who owed him 10,000 bags of gold was brought to him. Since he was not able to pay, the master ordered that he and his wife and his children and all that he had be sold to repay the debt. At this, the servant fell on his knees before him. 'Be patient with me,' he begged, 'and I will pay back everything.' The servant's master took pity on him, canceled the debt, and let him go. But when the servant went out, he found one of his fellow servants who owed him 100 silver coins. He grabbed him and began to choke him. 'Pay back what you owe me,' he demanded. His fellow servant fell on his knees and begged, 'Be patient with me, and I will pay it back.' But he refused. Instead, he went off and had the man thrown into prison until he could pay the debt. When the other servants saw what had happened, they were outraged and went and told their master everything that had happened. Then the master called the servant in. 'You wicked servant,' he said. 'I canceled all that debt of yours because you begged me. Shouldn't you have mercy on your fellow servant just as I had on you?' In anger, his master handed him over to his jailers to be tortured until he should pay what he owed. This is how my heavenly Father will treat each of you unless you forgive your brothers or sisters from your heart." So the art that I included today is a famous Spanish artist painting a picture of Jesus crucified as obviously the atonement for sins and the basis of our forgiveness. What we have here is another parable, and on the one hand, it almost feels like I don't need to explain it. We are so far in debt to God, and He's willing to forgive us. We need to be willing to forgive other people. But there are some things here that are worth noting. So the numbers just don't get lost there. Some translations actually say 70 times 7. Some say 77. Some say 490. Okay. There's some symbolism behind numbers. 7 is the number of perfection, which, by the way, is why 6 is the number of imperfection. It's incomplete, and when you double something or triple it in the Bible, it highlights. When Jesus says, "Truly, truly, I say unto you," it's like really true. When you see something repeated, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty," really holy. 666 is incompleteness, imperfection multiplied. There's symbolism there. This is just basically saying we're to forgive other people a lot and keep forgiving. And we've got to sort of put it in the context of God forgiving us all this massive debt, and then we're trying to hold somebody accountable for a much smaller debt. Now, forgiveness is a topic not to be taken lightly, because I know some of you are racked with anger over being tragically wronged by other people. And I don't want to be trite about this and suggest that forgiveness is easy or anything like that. I do think that the way forward for you is to forgive. I think that could be a process, but I think that it is something God can help you with. And I want to point out that if this is you, this might be a great time to sort of start to move this thing to front and center, to pray and ask the Lord to give you the ability and strength to sort of face this. There's a lot of things where I just think we shouldn't be offended. Like, we should just move quickly and recognize that other people are hurting and that other people have had bad days and they're going to be short with us, and we just can't take offense. Otherwise, life is really not going to work. But there's some things that are serious and significant, and it's going to take a while for us to process it. By the way, forgiveness is also a little dicey, because a lot of times people say, "Well, you should just forgive me." And that can be a power play, and they act as though if they're forgiven, there's no consequences. So this is a topic where I often find talking with an older Christian, a mentor, somebody that your small group, helping you process how to work through this. But I'll call it. Some of you are stuck because you've not forgiven. You need to forgive. I want to encourage you to take steps to that path. By the way, some of you are feeling guilty over things that you've done. Guilt is really not a very helpful emotion. We can feel guilty when we shouldn't. We can not feel guilty when we should. Things are a little bit more complicated than this, but there's a big prevailing theme. God has forgiven us much. As we're moving through today, think about how much God has forgiven you and be quick to forgive other people. Have a good day.